Hey folks, I'm Amstrad Gamer and welcome to the stream. Apparently, Ilana Ray has just decided to change my name. I'll be honest with you, right? If I were able to get some Amstrad CPC games running and running consistently, I would happily do a stream of those. It's just the code is like 40 years old and effectively running on alien architecture right now. Very few things will consistently, stably run CPC code anymore. Which is a shame, because some of those games were pretty good. How's everybody doing? Yeah, look at that spaceship. I don't know why I picked the UFO one today. I just decided Adeli is going for a ride on the UFO today. Yeah, it's Friday. How's everybody doing? Hope we're good. I'm alright. It is September still. We are at some number of subs. I don't know. My notes are over there. I think we're 9 away from the next emote, which is pretty cool. And like 70 away from a cooking stream, so I'm safe, but starting to sweat a little bit. Because that number keeps getting smaller. I don't really have much else to say in terms of announcements and stuff. Hopefully people don't feel pressured to subscribe or to gift subscriptions. Genuinely, I'm happy that people are even here and chatting. That's what I'm going for. It's when people get in on my silly little promotion thing. That means a lot as well. And it's all very much appreciated. So today, we're going back to Smash Brothers. We're going back to the story mode. I'm going to go over to the game because this is not story mode. This is pre-title screen. Because all this is supposed to show up when you quit the game mode. But I didn't last time. I just went straight to the main menu and turned the console off. So it's like, hey, check it out. Is the character that you unlocked. You got that guy. And here's the lineup with extra characters we have unlocked. Nice. I'm also fairly certain that something's going to unlock right about now. Yes? No? Where is it? Nope. Okay. So, this is something that originally showed up in Kirby Air Ride, and it's been sort of recreated here. This is a wall of blank squares, and basically these are achievements. And every time you do... well, I don't know what. Every time you complete an achievement, whatever it is, this, for example, this one, this square will open, you get whatever's behind it, and it tells you what the surrounding achievements are. The idea being, you get 1, which lets you get 4, which lets you get some number more. I'm good at maths. But yeah, it showed up in Kirby Air Ride, and it shows up again here. Yes, please load that data. Hopefully it has also saved the commands that I'm using. I don't know. Let's find out. Incidentally, this is because I didn't do a great job reading in Breath of Fire yesterday. So now we're going over to a game that doesn't require reading at all. There's no written text, 1 line of spoken dialogue. This game's fine. Alright, it's the A-team. Let's go you, you, and you. And once the game has loaded, let's do a button check to make sure everything's working. Attack, jump, special. Cool. And that's a taunt. Because that one's the control stick. Okay, let's go. So how is everybody doing? Are we having a good day? Good Friday? Are we scrolling? We're scrolling. That's why I was having trouble staying on the screen. Empirical Woodlands as well. Hello, do come in. You may live. I may not if these little mites keep attacking me. My day is okay. I haven't really done much today. There's gonna be something up there. Come on, come on! Maybe there isn't. Something down there, though. I'll collect that. Oh! Is somebody in the family having a baby? Good times. It's like a rerun. We had this story with other tiny child whose name I'm not going to give because that'd be like doxing. But man, that's exciting news. I hope it goes as smoothly as it can do. I know that like labor is not super great. We don't really do well with that as a species. Valden is raiding. Irashaimase. Do come in. You've picked the perfect time. We've literally just started doing this. I'm CPC Gamer, variety streamer. I do horror games on Mondays usually, and then long-form games midweek. And today is Super Smash Brothers, because I felt like playing Super Smash Brothers and just getting jammed under a lift. You picked a good time to come in and see me showing off my skills. That's... I was gonna say that's why they call me what they call me, but I don't really know what they call me. They call me Amstrad Gamer, apparently. Alana Ray has just decided this. So yeah, Valden's a pretty cool streamer. I tend to watch them a lot. Kind of late evening, because that's when they stream compared to when I'm awake. They've been doing... What have they been doing lately? Challenges in Pokemon, right? You have been on /R on... Come on, lifts. What are you doing? Get out the way, get out the way! Ah! I'm super good at Smash Brothers, you guys. Yes, Valden has been doing Pokemon challenges, Ironmon, and getting progressively harder because we've been having good and better runs. For people who know such things or were keeping up to date with such things and do not know, this is Brawl. It's the third Smash Brothers game. This is Vanilla Brawl because the update channel has long since shut down. So there's all kinds of like weird little things that I'm not used to. With Pit in particular, like his up special is supposed to be an upwards launch. That's what I'm used to, not an additional series of jumps. Valden, absolutely no problem at all. Please go take care of yourself, grab some food, do whatever it is that you need to do post-stream. It can be a bit much doing this. Alright, now I'm gonna be Kirby. Kirby will save the day. I have faith. Also in Perkle Woodland, I wasn't aware that there's a speech going on right now. Has something happened? Well, let's start this stage over again. And
continue.
Maybe not trap myself under a lift this time. I would have done a lot better had I not just thrown myself under a lift. Also, hey, I'm pretty sure very few people overlap between really, really wanting to watch Smash and really wanting to watch the King's speech. So, you know what? We're good. We're fine. I'm not even worrying about it. This is when I get a knock on the door later and I'm being tried for treason. Man, I am not doing great. Maybe need a refresher. Need to do some crowd control is what I need to do. Link's not super great at that, apparently. Smash community is really, really weird sometimes, and I don't fully understand it. I'm just here to play like the best version of this game. That guy backdashed into those spikes, and because it wasn't me that did it, I feel justified in pointing and laughing. Also, I'm lying. I've like literally never engaged with the Smash community. I don't know anything. Certainly not how to play Smash, apparently. This one I do know, though. Those little spheres, not these spheres, the other ones. That's a portal. That's a spawner. And that will keep spawning stuff until you get rid of it. But there you go. I got rid of it. Oh, really? Okay. I did not know your Andy was in the Smash community for a while. That's pretty cool. As a player or a fan? Because I'm in that weird position where I generally play Smash like better than the people who haven't played it, but not good enough to go pro. Which is why this is generally not something super great to be bringing out at parties. Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, I did not know he has gone to the tournaments. I like that. I've learned something. I feel the need to restate something that I mentioned towards the previous stream, is that I'm currently doing this on the Wii Dogbone controller, and that's one of the reasons why I'm playing like garbage. I'm a lot better at this when I have the GameCube controller, but that's not running right now, given the setup that I'm using to record this. So we're stuck with yeah, your old Wii Classic controller. I love this music. I mentioned it last time, it remains true today. This music is great. A little better with Fox than with Link, apparently? I don't play either of those characters, so I don't know. I'm a little Mac fella. Although I did get to thinking today, right? Specifically with relation to this stream, I got to thinking today, who would I want to see in Smash if I could have my pick? And I don't know. Because a lot of the games that I like are not really... they're not conducive to the Smash environment. I like a lot of horror games, and you're not going to see, like, Silent Hill or Fatal Frame show up in a player capacity in Smash Brothers. Although there is a Fatal Frame 5 character in the latest Smash. She shows up as, like, a support character. But, yeah, you're not going to see, like, James or Pyramid Head show up do, like, sick combos. That would not work. You gotta go to, like, Dead by Daylight if you want some of that. That is a downdraft, and now I'm dead. I would pick... more chance of Silent Hill, Fatal Frame, but what most of my play time is devoted to. Well, yes. I've seen a lot of your games, and there's a lot of, like, 4X games in there. And I don't think, like, oh, here's just the Spanish as a group I don't think they're gonna show up as a Smash character. That'd be kind of weird. Oh, no, game. Show and tell. Yeah, someone has redeemed that. Oh, Wales has redeemed that. I am going to do show and tell after this stage. See, a Resident Evil character could work if you lent into, like, Resident Evil 4 Leon. That would be great. It's like, as long as they know that they're leaning into the camp and, like, goofy Resident Evil, not psychologically scarring the village, you know? Right, what? Hang on. Chat, I'm scrolling up, and I'm reading this. And, oh goodness! I just credited the wrong person with having redeemed show and tell. I told you guys I can't read. That's why I'm going for a fighting game with no dialogue. I don't know why I picked an RPG to go through. Hey Raiders, come around on, Wednesdays and Thursdays. We got Breath of Fire 4. It's a really good RPG. It's apparently serving as reading practice for me. I know that a character that I've mentioned I would like to see in Smash is, I want to see representation of pro wrestling on the NES. Can I have, like, Starman or the Amazon? That would be hilarious. I feel like that would be a pick just for me. And, oh, what was the other one? I want a beat-em-up from the NES. Give me Double Dragon, give me River City Ransom, give me one of these characters, and that'd be pretty cool. Because I kind of feel like they don't get much love lately. And, in part, it's because of the licensing. At the very least, for a while, nobody really knew who owned the rights to Double Dragon. Or River City Ransom, because it's not an actual game, it's a Kunio-kun game. So, like, I don't know! Do I have another boss fight? I don't think I do. I forgot that that happened. As previously mentioned, though, Diddy Kong has form for fighting giant reptiles, so good plan. It makes sense these two would be natural enemies. Like me and literacy. I also forgot this is when this happened. I thought this was way later. I forgot most of this, if I'm honest. Hey, it's the last character to get an amiibo. Who knew? Even after a bunch of DLC characters. If anybody played Falco, I bet they'd be mad at that. There we go. Pretty cool story about Diddy Kong, actually. So, like, when Donkey Kong Country, the first one, came out on Super Nintendo, my nan got me this little toy chimp, and it had Velcro hands and feet, like the kind that I think a lot of people had in the 90s. And she herself made a little red t-shirt for it with a little yellow star on it. So I had a one-of-a-kind, unique Diddy Kong toy, and I really liked it because it was mine. Made by Manan. For me. And now I've got to deal with a giant Diddy Kong that I'm not doing super great at beating. This should be fine. I got 2 more lives. And I don't like the look of that explosive crate. Take this, though. I love the bumper. I was so glad when they announced that it would be coming back into Smash. I'm like, yes. That item was ridiculous in the first game. I'm so sad that it got removed from Melee. You see, I remember this scene, but I genuinely thought, or at least had remembered, that this sequence was Diddy Kong and Falco. Like, that was the pairing. I forgot it was Fox to begin with. But there we go. I had also forgotten there was another stage, like, in the desert with Link and those guys, because I thought the next bit was like, okay, here's the next guy. A very unlikely pairing that I remember, because it's ridiculous. Those some pretty cool moves there, CPC Gamer, if only it had worked out properly for you. Well, see, there's the thing. Falco isn't a racer, is he? He's just a space pilot, like Fox. Either way, I'm jamming out to this Yoshi's Island music. And I'm going to recommend a video. It is the most wholesome thing in the world, and I keep linking it to people. So my friends have probably all heard about it, but I'm going to link it anyway, or suggest it anyway. I think it's called the Strawberry Jam Band. And it's a bunch of, like, someone's grandmas and grandpas, and they get together and they're a band. And just because they like the music, they play the athletic theme from Yoshi's Island 2. And it's just... Game, please. It's just a group of musicians hanging out and jamming and having a great time. And it actually really fits the Yoshi's Island style with the way that they play it. Like, there's a tuba player and there's a washboard in there. It's great. Anyway. Ooh. I have said, when we get to the end of the stage, you're gonna have your show and tell. You've been pestering me about show and tell all day. And not for, like, 20 minutes before I went live. Not that. Definitely all day. And I'm going to show you what it is when we get to the world map. How's that? Don't you worry. Do you know what? I've just looked over at my capture screen. Is the stream choppy? Because my capture window looks kind of choppy. And I don't know if that's OBS update ruining everything version, or if that's just, like, actually choppy. Not that choppy? Good. See, I always worry when stuff updates and I have to, like, change settings, because, like, stop it. And not like they changed it and so therefore it is ruined. It's more... I have no idea what I had to wait for to make that screen keep moving, but here we are. Yeah, not like they changed it so therefore it's ruined. I just get really worried when I have to change stuff, and I worry that that will ruin things in turn, you know? I just worry about a lot of things in general. There's a really good song about that. Alright, here we go. This is the golden door. This is the last bit. I'm gonna eat that strawberry. And let's go. Now we're gonna get a cutscene, and I believe this will take us to the world map. How's this gonna work? Because I'm pretty sure we've only got the one spaceship between us. Well, I suppose the Great Fox does exist. I forgot. How could I forget? It's a stage in, like, every version of Smash. Anyway. Falco has joined the team. Now we get to listen to that one song and essentially just think about that for a while. And while we do that, let's shuffle on over to Show and Tell. There it is. Today's Show and Tell is kind of a problem because I can't read, as we have established in the last couple streams, including this one, apparently. Today's Show and Tell is a sheet of note paper labeled up with generic holiday greeting card. And this was a Christmas card that a friend of mine sent a couple years ago. And I forget why they sent that. I think they were like, oh man, I'm broke. And I says, that's fine, I don't mind, you don't have to spend a lot of money. So they didn't. And I would show off the inside, but it's got like names and addresses. So let's not do that bit, but suffice to say the inside is incredibly beautifully written in terms of the handwriting and the actual message that's in there. And I've kept this because even though it is just a sheet of paper, it's a very sentimental sheet of paper. And it means a lot. And it's something that I know that the other the person who sent this to me, they think about this a lot. They've brought it up. Like, hey, you think that's wild? Let me tell you what CPC Gamer did this one time. He kept this piece of paper. That is the exact voice they have, incidentally. I've heard them speak. And I don't really have a great deal else to say about it. It's a generic holiday greeting card, and I really, really like it. And that is today's Show and Tell. I hope this was worth the wait. I'm gonna go back to the game now. Did I nearly go back to my countdown screen? No, I didn't. Alright, what are we doing? Oh, nice! Naked Samus and her pet mouse. Let's go. I do save those things. It's like... I have a couple of, you know those greetings cards that's like, hello from me and the missus and our 2 cats? And it's like a cheesy family photo. I love those Christmas cards. Unironically, I love those. I have a couple of those, and I've kept those as well. It's one that I'm not really going to show off, because it's, you know, here's just like names and photographs of people, and it's not really my place to be showing that off. But it's an option, and it's there, and I do it. I regret turning the lights on, because now I've got this fight to do. Oh, but I can just run. Okay, cool. Good to know. Let's take this invincibility star and just run with it. Oh, I vaguely remember this puzzle. Like, we're gonna have to keep... I thought that was gonna squish me right there. I thought it. I'm fairly sure at some point there's like a labyrinth of keep turning the lights on and off and get to the right place. But we'll get to it. Not entirely sure what just blew up there, but it's fine. Don't even worry about it. Empirical Woodland, I'm with you, to an extent. But only when it comes to, like, Christmas cards to the guys at work. I can just say Merry Christmas to the guys at work. And I do, and there you go, job's done. With friends and family, I like sending them cards just to be like, hey, guess what? I'm thinking of you. I had better catch something with this. You get that for good measure. There you go. That was petty revenge and overkill. There is no kill like overkill. I mentioned this in a couple places, like after the previous video. My personal headcanon used to be that Samus Aran was like an Amazon. And she was like 6 or 7 feet tall and shredded, because look at that power armor. And she's running around in that all the time. She's gotta be, right? And then Nintendo were like, nah, tiny and bombshell. Which is fine, I guess. It's not my character. It's not like I have a great deal of investment. That's the one. Investment in her as a character. I still didn't like Other M. That was garbage. I was talking to a friend. I'm like, hey, Metroid Prime Trilogy. Is that any good? Is it like, it's like Other M? And I just, bold capitals, no. Bit of trivia, I can tell you where the name Metroid came from. Thank you for throwing me out the way. Can I get another... Yes, I can! Another ridiculous bumper victory? Yes. Metroid is a very Japanese style name where they just took 2 words and mashed them together. It's short for Metro Android. Because the game is about running around in a bunch of tunnels, like the Metro system. And initially the concept for Samus Aran was that it was a robot. And then it was some guy. And then during development they went, what if it was a girl though? And then that's where that twist came from. And Samus Aran is Tiny Child's favorite character. At least from Nintendo. And, she's not having it's a female character, though. It's a giant robot, or possibly a dude in armor, and I keep trying to tell her that Samus Aran, female, looks like that, and it's like, nah. Nah, big orange robot. I didn't like the implication that she was maybe going to leave Pikachu behind. But of course she wouldn't. Because it's actually canon that Samus Aran pauses her escape routes to go and rescue tiny animals. That's like a secret objective in Super Metroid. And I didn't know about that until somebody told me, and it blew my mind. And it changes like 1 pixel in the final cutscene. I figured there'd be something down there. Look, it's a little Tom Nook figure. Alright, I think I might be jinxing myself when I say I'm getting back into the hang of playing Smash. No more hiding under lifts and getting exploded like in that last level. This is fine. Metroid's such a cool character, why can't he crawl? That's a fun sentence, because people who are in on the joke are like, yeah, I know that meme, but people who aren't. It's like the old what if Zelda was a girl joke. People like, I think you'll find. Is that lift gonna come back? Yes! Alright, let's go. I don't know why that lift couldn't have just taken us to our destination. I guess the screen is locked now. It's the world of Smash. Don't question it. I think one of the reasons that, at least for the most part, Samus works well as like a female protagonist is because they don't really go to any great depths to characterize her, I should say. Because you can't go, well, they've characterized her wrong because she doesn't really have much of a character beyond whatever you ascribe to her. She goes to the planet and she does the mission. Not looking at you, other M, because why would anyone? The game is garbage. I was the wrong character anyway. Samus is the one with, like, linear projectiles. I can use those. I can't necessarily aim them, because what is that trajectory? But that is definitely a job for Samus, this room. That was even worse than the first time. I'm just going to take that hit. There we go. Problem solved. I just continue. I don't care. Maybe I should go back and get that gondola. Yeah, there it is. And, actually, this goes back to a character who Empirical Woodland mentioned in a previous game, that being Xena. Apparently one of the reasons she does well as a character, specifically a female character, is because she is written and shot like a male character. And that's why she tends not to do a lot of damsel in distress stuff. In addition to, like, actually being a warrior. It's like part of the character's name. And this is one of those things that I hadn't really thought about until one of my friends was like, yeah, media studies, let me tell you. Teleporter maze. Alright, cool. Let's go. And we get this cool... I thought that was a Franklin badge. I was just going to stand there and get hit. I have no idea how this maze works, incidentally. So, join me as we explore together. That's another one. I bet Samus can take that because she can wall jump. Oh, well. At the very least, the doors stay open. I didn't know that the hitbox went that high. Again, join me as I learn things about Smash. I would also like to say hello to the comment I received on YouTube that's like, ew, why are you playing this shovelware? Go back to the CPC, please. Notable trash that nobody likes, the Super Smash Bros. The thing that people buy consoles just to play. There we go. And I know I did. I got a GameCube just so I could play Melee. Everything else I have for my GameCube is like incidental. I just wanted to play Melee. And I got the Wii so I could play this. And the Wii U for Part 4, and so it goes on. Does the same go for the Switch? No. I got that for Animal Crossing. This is what we call the Ridley Attack. He does this in like every game. Also, he's a boss character in this game. He's playable in the latest one. In a move which I respect. And I gave it a go. And then I never actually really played with Ridley all that much. Although I called my Ridley amiibo Engage, which is a reference to a console-breaking glitch. Which Nintendo has never patched out of anything. It's great. I keep forgetting that tripping is in this game. I hate that tripping is in this game. Alright, now it's like we're playing Smash Ultimate. This is more the size of Ridley in that game. I feel like they had to shrink him down a bit just to fit in the game. Which is a complaint I do not fully understand, because there's a character who was sized up for this game. And I want to say we'll meet them soon, when... I want to say we'll meet them soon, but like I thought we were going to meet them at the start of this stream, and here we are several levels in. See, Empirical Woodland, now I know you're just making things up. There is... I believe there is no universe wherein I am promoting the trip mechanics in this game. I will promote the memes of people looking skyward and screaming Sakurai, who thought this was a good idea. Probably him. But, like, no, man. Tripping's a really bad mechanic in this game. Okay, maybe this is the bit that I thought it was. I like that I just have a trophy of lightning, just the concept of lightning. Love it. Yeah, this is the stage that I thought we were going to start on at the start of today's stream. So, Captain Olimar over here. And Captain Falcon! It makes sense that these two would hang out because they're both space captains! Kind of a sad intro, though, because, like... that was my team, and you just killed them all. Anyway, Captain Olimar is described as being the size of a 50p coin from England. So naturally, he has been kind of sized up quite a ways to fit into this game. I think the manual also says he's like the size of the hole in the middle of this disc or something like that. I forget. I know he's tiny. Tiny, tiny character. Anyway, here's Captain Falcon from a notable Nintendo game, Smash Brothers, the first one, on N64. Technically not, but like... I don't know anybody who knew what F-Zero was before Smash. Most people I'm aware of are like, oh yeah, that guy who was in that one game. Aww. Do you know what racing game I played? I played Micro Machines on my friend's Mega Drive. Does that count? Yeah. Mostly grew up playing the Amstrad CPC, which didn't have many racing games on it. Like, as a console, couldn't really deal with it. So I just borrowed ones from my friends. The Jaded Mew, is it me? Because I will definitely keep yelling about F-Zero. I have better luck with F-Zero than I do with Pikmin, apparently. Like, my go-to line when complaining about Nintendo's attitude with F-Zero is... and this is the actual statement they have made, is that they don't want to do another F-Zero game unless they can work out something new and innovative to do with it. Anyway, here are the same Paper Mario sprites from the N64. Although, in fairness, the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is probably the best F-Zero game we've had for a while. Like, it actually uses F-Zero mechanics. And it's a really good game. And it's also got, like, F-Zero costumes, and cars, and tracks. So, like, I guess we're gonna have to deal with that. Devoid of context, this is great. Captain Falcon just looked at that and been like, yes! Blowing stuff up. This music kind of feels like it might be F-Zero-y. I don't know. I played the hell out of F-Zero X when I got it on Virtual Console. And then I have AX, Or GX, rather, the GameCube one. And that game doesn't like you. It does not like its player base at all. And so it's fun to play, but like don't come to story mode unless you're prepared to put in the lab work and get good. I am not. Like I've mentioned, hey, I play a lot of Overwatch. Does that mean I'm good at it? Sure doesn't. That's why I'm not showing it off. I did not mean to catch that guy with a trophy, but I will take it anyway. Let's go. I kind of feel like I need to do the move before I get knocked out. Unfortunately, it's useless in the air. And so am I. Once again, I bring up I tend to play a lot of Little Mac in Smash Ultimate, and yeah, he's got no air game. That's kind of his thing. Come here. Give me that. Alright. That was some pretty great timing. And that was what we call the Cypher Gambit. You didn't win, I quit. And then just run away like a cool guy. Get a redemption in the credits. I've just had a flashback. I think I remember what boss is coming up. Or do I? Actually, no. But we got Donkey Kong and Captain Falcon in the team. And Olimar, I guess. Let's do that thing I keep forgetting to do. Yeah. Well, Jaded Dream, I'm sorry to hear that you're sleepy. Just looking back over the chat. Is that related to traveling recently, or just in general, that's how you're doing? I was gonna say, when did Lucas and Pokemon Trainer meet up? But I'm fairly sure they all met up at the end of the last stream, and I just kind of forgot what it was. Okay, to be fair, I am also the same. I forget what language it is, but the term bedtime revenge, I do a lot of that. No, I know Lucas and Pokemon Trainer met up early on. They met after Ness left. I forget when they joined the Fire Emblem team. I'm so glad that Nana had that, because that means I was free to do dodging and stuff, because I'm the one with the hitbox. Ice Climbers is a character that I was never any good with. Much the same reason as why I was never any good with Olimar. I'm not very good at like planning ahead and trying to pay attention to two things at once. Because with Olimar, you've got to like pay attention to what the rest of your Pikmin team are doing, and like it's the red one next, but there's going to be the yellow one after that, and so it goes on. I was never good at doing that. I'm very bad at most forms of strategy in this game, beyond... Just let me do rush down, ultra rush down. Let's go. Speaking of ultra rush down, you come down here. There we go. Can I just not do my super jump now? I can't, because my partner's down there somewhere. This will be fine. To be fair, Mew, being a button masher in Smash is also a good way to play the game. Like, I can't really tell you the meta. I don't know who counterpicks who. I'm gonna pick my character because I like my character, and then you pick your character that you like, and then I guess we'll have fun with that. I hope we have fun with that. It's depends the room that we're in. As long as the enemies are tripping as well, that's fine. It's not just me. Seriously, what a ridiculous mechanic. Incidentally, I feel like these enemies are also taken from a Kirby game, given that they're just unrelenting extra-dimensional horror. But, you know, maybe that's just Sakurai's thing. He does like that. And I like it for him. So one of the reasons I'm surprised it took him as long as it did to get Sora in Smash, because the whole point of Kingdom Hearts, as is my understanding, is, I don't know, extra-dimensional horror or something. I don't know. I played the first one, didn't much like the ending, and then apparently you need a flow chart for the rest of the series. No, thank you. The Empirical Woodland, that is also a pretty fair assumption as to the plot of Kingdom Hearts. See, the first one, I liked the first one, that was fine. For some reason, all the villains are banding together to defeat all of the good guys. Cool! And then it's like, no, actually, it was the real friends we made along the way. Or whatever the hell. I don't know. Buy the sequel. This is also kind of related to a Smash stage, which I don't believe is in this one. That being Icicle Mountain. I can tell you that the best Smash stage isn't in this game. That's only in, it's only in Melee. And then they were too afraid to put in anything else. Do I mean Poke Floats? Yes, I do. I genuinely... So, there's a stage in Melee. It's called Poke Floats. The fan base generally considers it to be the worst stage in Smash. I unironically consider it one of my favorites. Because it is the essence of Smash just distilled. It's just random characters popping in and out. What is happening? I don't know. Just have fun. Mash buttons. But no, apparently we've got to pay attention to, like, hitboxes and stuff, huh? How do you mean, does Poke Floats change? Because, like, yes, the entire stage is dynamic. It's, ooh, look at that Slender Man-looking character. It's, basically, it's a series of Pokemon models just floating through a weird pastel pink skybox. And characters just sort of pop in and out. Oh no, you're thinking the stage you were mentioning there is Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. No, I'm thinking of Poke Floats, which is just character models floating through a skybox, and the amount of disdain it has from the player base that isn't me. So when Smash Ultimate came out, the announcement was, we're going to put in as much as we can from the previous games. All of them. Except for Poke Floats, specifically to annoy CPC Gamer. That's what the press releases read. I saw them. That's a lie. There's like... I only think there's 3 stages that didn't show up in Ultimate. And one of them is because the service has since shut down. It was Miiverse. But that was a really boring stage anyway. And the other ones tend to be, there's like Poke Floats and the Donkey Kong stage from this game, actually. Because it requires a lot of platforming. And there are certain characters in that game that are really bad at platforming. That's not how that move works. That's another one where I'm used to Smash, where Meta Knight's up special just aims him upwards and not question marks. I should play Ultimate. It's a good game. It doesn't have this mode in it, so it's not as good as this. But, you know. I enjoy it. Also, I suppose I should mention, I saw the joke about the plot to Kingdom Hearts being goofy. I saw that, and I was going to comment on it. Don't know why I didn't. Should have done. Question for people who know such things. Was there a Lucario movie? Because I cannot fathom why Lucario is like one of the Pokemon and is just really popular and people like him. And the only thing I can think of is there was a Lucario movie. I watched the first one, and then I watched Detective Pikachu, which is a stealth sequel to the first one. And I blew my mind when they did that. And then that's about it. Really? 2015? That? Okay. Oh, 2005. There you go. I was going to say, this game was 2008. Surely it was telling the future if that is the case. But yeah, no, I could believe it if it was 2005. And that's why Mewtwo's not in this game. Because Mewtwo was in the movie that was out around the time Melee came out. Go watch the Lucario movie, kids. Criddle has redeemed a compliment. Your compliment is, I very much enjoy that I can always hear you smiling in your voice messages, even when you're trying to be pouty. Criddle sent me a voice message today that's like, I don't want to wait for show and tell, but you could tell that she was super grinning when she did it. I stopped paying attention and I missed when the Great Fox was captured, but alright, cool. We got the Ice Climbers and Lucario trademark. I watched a lot of the original series Pokemon, and I very much enjoyed it. It was on, These guys are also here. Do I get... I was gonna say, do I get to choose from everybody present? No, I don't. I just get this crew. That's fine. I did really well in my first outing with Link and the boys. Let's do it again. Oh, no, if it makes you feel any better, I am also really bad at, like, giving compliments, and I'm even worse at taking them. Blow yourself up, that's fine. One of the reasons that I included compliments here is to get better at... It was like a Rube Goldberg machine that got me launched out. That was great. One of the reasons I picked to do compliment as channel point redemption is to get better at saying nice things to and about people. Without it necessarily having any other meaning than just, hey, you asked for a compliment, here you go, I like your style. And I also see that Empirical Woodland has redeemed a compliment. I'll get to you guys when I'm not. I say consistently overwhelmed. That's just me day to day. But in this instance, I meant by enemies. It's, oh, sure, give me a healing item and throw it in a pit. That's fine. You're flooding the compliment market. The value will be devalued. Alright, hang on, let me just scroll up so I can see who we've got. Oh, Wales has redeemed a compliment. I really like your sense of style when it comes to home decor. And when we do the Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer stream, one of them is yours, because you're currently on the leaderboard for donating subscriptions. And one of the things that I'm turning over in my head is, like, I just immediately know what it is that I want to do for your house. Like, I can't picture it specifically, but I know the kind of aesthetic that I want to go for. Because I know what you like and I like your style. Empirical Woodland has redeemed a compliment. I like that you are able to... well, no, let's not go with that one. Let's go with, I like that you are consistently polite when correcting people. Allow me to clarify, that sounds terrible. When we watch wrestling streams, I'll be like, oh yeah, this was the third time this match was contested on TV. And you'll go, kind of. It was actually the fourth, because there was such and such a match with what's his name. And that is a lot better than the general internet thing of, no, it's actually this. That's just the first example comes to mind. It happens a fair amount when I'm talking about games or TV shows or literature and the like. It just tends to come up the most with wrestling, because we watch a lot of that with that streamer friend, Lil Frankie. And the Jaded Mew has also redeemed a compliment, and your compliment is, I like how you are just on the point with essentially every suggestion you make on stream. And I don't know if it is intentional. Say the line, Snake. There's the line. I talked over it. That's the one line of dialogue in this story mode. Kept you waiting, huh? From Snake. Yes, Jaded Mew. I like that you're... basically, anytime you suggested, maybe you need to do blank on a stream, you're basically always right. And that's pretty cool. Anyway, now I'm Snake. I was around on the internet when Snake was announced for this game. Do you know how hard the internet blew up for Snake being in Smash? The story goes, apparently Kojima called up Sakurai and is like, please put Snake in Smash. I want my baby in Smash. And for various reasons he couldn't go in Melee, but they got him in this one. Although, I do have another fighting game that has Snake as a character in it. It is called Dream Mix TV World Fighters. And Snake is a character. It's everybody's message alert from the PS1 days. Alright, let's be Snake some more. Look at him, leaning into frame like a cool guy. Anyway. So Snake is one of the reasons that this game has a slightly higher age rating than some of the previous entries. And this is something that we had talked about as well, where Snake has a gun, as opposed to a blaster. And for some reason, that is enough to... Well, I say for some reason, it's because it's realistic depiction of firearms. That is enough to up the age rating in the game. Bizarre distinction to draw, but there it is. Do you know what? I'm glad that my chat is sufficiently complimented, and I'm glad that I'm able to do that. It's like, I know that the dream is like, oh yeah, 10 million viewers all at the same time, and everyone's talking, but that just feels like it is noise. And, like, I'm sure the payoff is great, but how are you supposed to have a conversation like that? I couldn't individually greet people and say like, oh, you're my 7,000th viewer, how's your day going? Because you'd forget, and you wouldn't be able to just... You can't hold all that knowledge in your head, you know? I like the community that we have. I'm always glad when it's able to grow and expand, but I like where we're at. I also... Right, so what we need to do, these 3 little trapdoors need to open, and we need to find 3 switches. And I like that they were able to include, like, Metal Gear Solid elements in Smash. I also forgot that Snake just goes nom 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 when he eats. David Hayter, please. Give me a second, chat. Okay, I'm back. Hi. That was the super cool hide and box attack. I hope you like it. Yeah, we're getting like CPC gamer lore in the chat there, but yes, there are people in chat who are real life friends of mine who essentially it was like, hey, we're doing this online pub quiz thing because everyone's in lockdown. Let's get this English guy. He's my friend. and then I get introduced to everybody in that chat, and then it just becomes the new family. I'm down for that. Do you know what? I am not at all surprised that Snake was able to get into this game, because Metal Gear Solid is an incredibly silly series. Like, yes, it talks about war is hell, and there's a lot of incredibly deep messages, and it's very political. But also, it's completely bonkers. Deadly poisonous Zanzibar land hamsters. That is my go-to legitimate plot point that actually exists in the Metal Gear Solid universe. When you say lore session, do you mean like about me and the family, or like the crazy guy on roller skates? Alright, hang on a second. Large message. I'm just going to pause and read this. Also, I forget which character I am. I didn't load in yet. There you go. I'm Lucario. Right. I like the thing where, with Smash Ultimate, they added Mii costumes, but they had to be Smash X Dante instead of Smash X DMC, because associating with DMC would raise the age rating. That's baffling. Did they do the same with Doom? Because I know Doom Guy is a costume. If they had said, right, buy Doom Guy and get the only thing they fear is you, yes, take my money, please. Kind of like when you bought Sans and you got Megalomania, Vania, even one of them. Megalomania was the video game. If they did that, where it's like, buy the costume, get a song as well, I like that. As it happens, I didn't much like just buying costumes, because I never really used the Mii characters. Same deal with Dante. Give me Lock and Load, give me Devils Never Cry. Give me something. I'm just gonna end the sentence there. Give me something. That series has some bonkers soundtrack, and I like it. And I want it in Smash. No, that is absolutely fine. The Jaded Mew. This is Smash, please. These are how my streams go, especially like the casual Friday streams. Just, oh, chat. I never thought to call them casual Fridays. That's what we're gonna do from now on. Back on topic, Andy. That's how the casual Friday streams go. It's just, I'm just playing whatever. I'm mostly running on autopilot. We just talk about whatever. We zone in and out. What is setting off those alarms? Is it me? I mean, yes, but like, am I setting off a switch? I don't know. Maybe it's boss enemies. Who knows? I'm just baffled. Like, why would attaching the name Devil May Cry just... Why would that raise the rating of the game? Because it doesn't change the content of the game. And... it's... Devil, you're right. Good point. Man, age ratings are weird. So I guess they wouldn't need to do that with Doom, because Doom is just... It's just a word. It's not like, oh, the devil's word. This is a generic voice that I go to for Generic Man. It's Tour Guide Nixon. I hope you like it. That's not my bit, but enough time has passed that I'm going to just keep doing it, as if it was. I considered using this music playing right now as my lobby music today. Or a version of it. Because... I didn't, because I was worried we'd get DMCA'd. I've got to be honest with you, chap. I am incredibly surprised that the first part of this has not been content ID'd on YouTube. Asterisk yet. It might be coming. It comes for all of us. I've only seen bits of Digital Devil Saga, and I am baffled and confused. This is Princess Bleach. Come on, everyone knows that. Oh, right. This is something else that's on my notes, and I lost because I was looking at my notes. In the previous stream, I'm Lucario. I'm looking at the wrong character. In a previous stream, I essentially immediately picked Peach when given the option, and Empirical Woodland was like, yeah, nobody is surprised that was your pick, Andy. Do you know why? I'll tell you why. Because Zelda doesn't bake. She never lured Link to the castle with promise of delicious cake, and then Mario 64 happened. That was Princess Peach. So it kind of follows that I would go for her. Of the two. There you go. Oh, it says Smash X Doomsday. Okay. Age ratings and content is weird. I will also take exuding Peach energy. I will pass this along to a friend who exudes Daisy energy. She will tell me off for doing this. Hey guys, we're halfway through. Look at that. Although I'm reasonably confident the last, like, 25% of the game is one stage, it's just huge. I also like that Peach is just playing along with this cool disguise. Who is Sheik? I don't know. I bet he's a cool fella. Wait, chat, hang on. I just had another thought who I would want to see in Smash Brothers. Why isn't Battletoads in Smash? Did I have to think about what that game is actually called because I wanted to call it Combat Frogs? Yes. Seriously though, why aren't they in Smash? I think that'd be great. And then you have like the heavy metal version of the Pause theme, like from Killer Instinct. That'd be great. Well, they got Banjo. Banjo's in the game. Or is that it? It's like, you get one. You can have Brave Bird and Bear, or you can have Combat Frogs. Take your pick. Because honestly, of those two, I would probably also pick Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, that's what those are for. Here's me trying to get ready to do, like, hey, Peach has got a ranged attack. Nope, you just use the burners. It's fine. See, maybe it's because I don't know, maybe it's because I never, like, grew up with or around the NES. But I know a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, man, Battletoads, that's why it's a meme. Do you have Battletoads? Because that game's great, and they never released it on anything. I don't know if it was actually good. I'm just aware of, like, the meme, do you have Battletoads? And also, the Turbo Tunnel hates you. That's all I remember. / no. Also, they did that with, I have absolutely no idea what beat that little monster down there, but I'll take it, because now I get free healing. Ooh, twice over. Give me that. I thought they were leaning into the meme because when Rare Replay came out, my GameStop friends had, like, staff buttons that said, yes, we do have Battletoads. Or maybe that was just, they're sick of it and they're just rolling with it. Oh, you want some lore? Here's some lore. This monster down here, this character swimming in this little tank down here, only appears in this room. And it doesn't do anything beyond appearing in this room. That's it. That's your lore. This hammer is my problem solver. I love the hammer so much. Absolute garbage that that guy survived that. Landing on a platform, whatever. So, one of the September incentives that I put down, and that we have met, thank you everyone, is a 10-15 minute presentation on something. Still didn't decide. And Empirical Woodland pointed out, much the same as I did, it can't be Silent Hill 2, because that will just be me playing the game. Because there is a lot of lore in that game over just the most insignificant things. Are you ready to hear me yell about a road texture? Because I'll do it. And I'm going to, when I get round to it. I'm glad you'll listen to it. I'm kind of looking forward to it to some extent, because part of it makes me kind of sad. But again, that's for something we will get to when we get to that game. I'm sticking with this one. And what lore are we going to talk about today? I don't know. Oh, let's get out of the crushes. Oh, garbage. These guys can survive the crushes, but I can't. It's just favoritism. Don't like that. Well, I mean, it's not so much road texture rage. Although there is going to be an element of that, it's more a case of, okay, so it's really important that we look at this, that, and the other. I don't know why Peach is just not caring about this ongoing dogfight. She's just going for a stroll. If she can float, surely she can escape. Oh, if only I had known. I actually have the perfect, like, chat waiting room penguin. I've got, like, 6 of the penguin having a cup of tea. If only I had known. We'll know for next time. That'll be next time. Ideally, with a cup of tea. Now we have Zelda on the team. I wonder why we don't have Sheik. This is the bit where I sort of like turn to the camera and then back to the game. Definitely not the same person. Clearly. Why would they be the same person? Right. Who have I got on my team? No, I don't want Snake. There we go. I said I don't want Snake. I don't want him second. Snake could be like the cleanup crew. Man, I've seen some bizarre discussions online concerning what is, like, the relationship going on between Sheik and Zelda. And I'm fairly sure it's just, like, same person, just in a disguise, but the internet's doing what the internet does, and, like, just, no. You stop that, internet. Anyway, here's a boss that I have never been good at fighting. I feel like that goes for most bosses in this game from what you've seen. Or at least the special bosses. The ones that are just like a character fight. I'm fine with that, I guess. I say I'm fine. I'm not fine. Although on that... I didn't know you could stand on this boss. Look at that. I've learned something today. Can we finish this off with Snake? Probably. Okay, so here's my next question with regards to lore. How did Smash get away with including Bayonetta and not increasing the age rating? Like, I get that they toned her down as a character. Like, the character Bayonetta gets naked when she does her special attacks. She doesn't in Smash. And a lot of the torture attacks, they're not present, because how could they be? But she's still in the game, and surely associating with a high age rating game would change the rating for Smash if they're not allowed to say Doom or Devil May Cry? How's that work? I don't know. AKA the main character. I mean, I kind of get that Bayonetta isn't... Like, it's got sexual elements, but it's played off very campy. There you go, clearing out buttons with missiles. Sensible way to do this. Actually, that's the point. What is it rated? Because from what I know about in England, it's not going to be an 18. Because again, that tends to be tied in more towards gore and the like. Oh snap! Can we get some pride in my chat for my wife because she's just finished some particularly difficult homework. I like how I forgot to say the word particularly halfway through that sentence. So I just did it in a weird voice. Camp as a style. For some reason, my mind goes to Austin Powers. Like, that's not actually a sex comedy, but it has a lot of sexualized jokes in it. Or the video game No One Lives Forever is another good example, because that's a 60s spy video game that doesn't take itself at all seriously. It has one of my favorite visual jokes in anything in it. Yeah, and Bayonetta is like that. She does sexy moves, but that's not what the game is about. It's about being stylish and classy, and it's got this, like, really cool jazzy soundtrack to it. As opposed to something like a Dead or Alive, which... Come on, you know... They invented the soft body technology. You know what people are buying Dead or Alive for. Nicole Spot. I get the feeling that was not the door to have taken. Oh well. I know that the second one did that. Second game had an age slider. And it also influenced a cutscene. Like, I want to say that a character appeared naked in a cutscene in Dead or Alive 2 if the age rating was over, if your age rating was over 18. Which is weird, because a bunch of 99-year-olds played that game. How's that? Oh, all of them past 2 had that. Alright. What was the last one I played? 5 last round? because my friend told me it's really good. And we were going to do a video on it. And then it's like, you need to download 240 separate pieces of DLC. And I went, nah, mate. I'm probably going to go back to playing Smash if I want a fighting game. Oh, here's it up. I like how we're taking this escape really, really seriously, guys. We're just like, yeah, whatever. I love that cool swordfish. Like from Donkey Kong Country 2. Yes. He's in the first one as well, isn't he? Because there's that one clip with Donkey Kong swimming on top of him. I suppose it's safe to say I love the Donkey Kong Country series and just sort of end my statement there. Come on. Come on. Okay. This is why I'm good at navigating maps, you guys. I know what I'm doing. No dreams about navigating maps because of my stream last night. It was... I genuinely forget what I dreamt last night. And I'm not going to get my book and read it out. So there's some CPC gamer lore. I have been keeping a dream diary since 2009. I am on, like, my 14th book or something. And I think it'd be super cool to have them illustrated in some way and then published, and then that'd be cool. But I don't think it'd work out because I'm just this guy on the internet. Oh, Wales, we were having a good time not thinking about Mr. Nosybonk. And now we have to. And you've done that. You put that thought in our minds, and we have to deal with it. Also, can we appreciate just how packed this roster is getting? This is like halfway through the game. It's not even the final form. Anyway. Back to it. Well, see, my feeling is that I don't think I would do well with a dream diary because I'm not. Like, the example I go to, like, Terry Pratchett. There's the move. Terry Pratchett will read his dream diary. He's got to have some wild ideas that show up in his stories. Or Neil Gaiman, or, you know, Douglas Adams. Not, hello, I am dude on the internet playing Smash. Not being able to read. These guys need to stop spawning in. That is not cool. I'm the one making that clicking sound. I thought that was the enemies. Nope, it's Captain Falcon. What a bizarre design choice to have made. Like, you know when you're so used to it being one way, and then actually it's the other? That's kind of what I'm getting with a lot of stuff in this game. Just wait for my thing to come around, so I can grab my gun. I mean, generally speaking, I describe it as a bunch of cool stuff that I think happened, which I'd want to call it that. Like, as a gag title, stuff I think happened. I don't know. Ooh, door. And speaking of F-Zero, this is from F-Zero X. I love this music. That game had a really good soundtrack. It was like heavy metal, which is weird. Because the next game was like acid house and techno. I don't know why. I mean, I could play that game. I have it. I played it, right, I played F-Zero GX. And I unlocked one of the story mode characters. And admittedly, it's the one that you want. It's the cool one. It's like the Arabian princess character. Empirical Woodland, don't you say a thing. And the rest of the game is like, yeah, nah, it's just really hard, and we don't like you anymore. Get good. And I can't. I refuse. I was gonna say, I could probably use this landmine for something. Catching some guys in midair, that's fine. See? Tap the temple. I knew there'd be something up there. I didn't. I just thought it'd be worth taking a look. Oh, hello. Gonna be very disappointed if that was the same trophy. Like, this game seems to have the same kind of issue that Animal Crossing New Horizons has and has always had, which is like, I feel like the pool of items you could pull from is a lot bigger than the pool you are pulling from. Please fix, game. Anything down here? Nope. Okay. That's gonna come down, isn't it? Yes, it is. Let's go. Everything's fine. I did that in one go. Didn't get hurt. Nobody saw it. It's fine. Is this gonna work? Huh. I thought that button was gonna turn off these little burners above me. Evidently not. It's fine. Now this is happening. Sadistic Pillow has redeemed nothing. I hope you enjoy it. I hope that it is everything your heart desired. There is also Deluxe Nothing. That one's better because it's more expensive. And it says Deluxe in it. And why would I lie about that? I don't think I would. I'm also not used to smart bombs doing that. I'm more used to them Only exploding on contact, not after distance. Oh, there you go. And now you have proof positive, because Oh Wales has redeemed a deluxe nothing. And there it is. And, how's this? I read the right username this time. Yeah, see, I can be taught. Yeah, exactly. The Empirical Woodland. It's like putting pro in the title of something makes it better. Like protagonist. Nobody likes to play an antagonist. Protagonist to where it's at. And propane. And pro rata. Project management. That's the end of that joke. I cannot think of another one. I do not believe that Ganondorf has the ability to control machinery. The Darkrai, hello! You join us, or at the very least pipe up, for a very sad cutscene. Reminds me of that one bit in the Nibelheim reactor. Final Fantasy VII. It was Rob the whole time! Let's go! Right, Samus and Captain Falcon and Donkey Kong, let's go! Rob's a weird one, because I don't think he counts as a video game character, because he was like a Nintendo peripheral. And you controlled him with a game on the NES. And he could, like, pick up spinning tops and stuff. And I kind of want to own one, but I don't want to pay the several £100 required to own one. Like, I found one in Japan as well, and it was just in a display case, and it was all of the yen. That's how much it cost. Literally all of it. He's in Mario Kart DS? I did not know this. That's really cool. Well, there you go. He got knocked out, and now I like that Nintendo have been doing that with Mario Kart 8, is just adding other franchises and characters. And I hope beyond hope that that's what they do for their next racing game. Give me Nintendo Kart instead of Mario Kart. And I mentioned a bit of this when I played the Mario Kart expansion pack, but like, or at least the most recent one. I really like what they do with Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing. That game... That was never going to work. Come on, Andy. That game goes absolutely bonkers with the characters and references and just... Here's a bunch of cool Sega stuff, right? But the games are not as fun as Mario Kart. They just don't control as well. But so if we could have, like, what they do in terms of using their properties for tracks and items, but it plays like Mario Kart, i.e., well, Yes. Give me that. I want that. Do you know what? It's a fairly solid expansion pack, Empirical Woodland. I can kind of see why people do what they do for Waluigi Pinball. Donkey Kong, you cannot break these characters. They are made from Nintendium. They will never break. I like that Donkey Kong just grabbed him. That's cool. Oh, and it's this piece of music, which makes me uneasy. Because it's supposed to. Because it's in 5/4. I know I've got marching band friends in chat. You're all just shuddering at 5/4. I did. I'll tell you what, the entire expansion pack could have benefited from Wario Coliseum, the best stage in anything. But you know, we have several four. Now I'm thinking of time signatures. We have several more expansion packs to come. They will totally add Wario Coliseum. It's coming, guys. It's totally gonna happen. So, I'm trying to think of a way to explain it kind of simply. A lot of music that you will listen to is 4/4. That's like most music that you will listen to in terms of like pop music, I guess. Or 3/4 is the other one. 5/4 is every 5 beats. Every bar has 5 beats, and it sounds kind of unnatural, and it doesn't quite fit standard musical meter, even though it kind of does as well. And it's really good at making people feel anxious. Probably most famously used in Mars, Bringer of War by Holst. And just generally being a terrible time thing that should have to deal with Gimme That Heart. Yeah. Branwen, hello. This is a fun mode. That's why I just decided to play it. Somebody in a game I was playing previously mentioned Subspace, and I'm like, I should play Subspace Emissary. So here we are. I don't even need that, and I'm going to take it anyway. Let's go. Because, yeah, this is the bit that I was thinking about earlier. This is... Well, we'll see what this is. Because we're about to do it. This is one of the pieces of music that the Smash Dojo put on the website. And it was like, hey, who likes Ridley's theme? Me, I do. We were playing Bloodstained when Subspace came up in it, because one of the bosses has the power of Subspace. And I'm like, that is not a word that should exist in this game. Oh, frick, there's a time limit. But yeah, one of the characters has the power of Subspace. And then I went, I should play Subspace Emissary. I should pick it up, because Meta Ridley even is, he's not messing around. Do you know what? I've just realized. I mentioned in the previous stream, I was watching a Japanese YouTube channel play through Subspace Emissary. When we got to this point, I remember they did this as Wario. Like, I guess they did it in New Game Plus. And they did it as Wario, and they showed off so whatever technology they had. I'm guessing a hacked controller, that let them play player 1 and player 2 at the same time. Because I just remember Wario, like, belly flopping onto that boss to win. Weird how that's just stuck in my brain from 2008. How about that? Oh yeah, and you see there's double trouble, is when you like move between time signatures. Not a fan. Oh, and this is how the teams meet up, everyone. Everyone is here. Hey, Sakurai, me and you are on the same wavelength. I like it. I like this character is just called Party Monkey. I like that. Perkle Woodland, this is for you. There you go, 50. I'm sorry, what? Is the back half of this game Subspace? I know that the... I'll save that for when we get to it. Look at this terrifying Warhammer thing. Look at it. Some Adeptus Mechanicus nonsense right there. I also can't necessarily buy that either of those characters are on top of that floating city. Incidentally, I can see... What was the name of that? Warhammer... Let's find out. Oh, snap, it's the cool music! And the Latin chanting, we were talking about this yesterday, when the Latin chanting starts up, you know you're in for a good time. Or a bad time if you're fighting a boss. 40k. Spaceship games. Battlefleet Gothic is what it is called. Do you know, Sakurai? I absolutely believe that Kirby is the hero of this series because, well, the protagonist of the series, because then Olimar is doing his best. Because Sakurai made the series and Kirby, so he's like, you're gonna put your boy up in front, right? Also, that was a remarkably quick delivery, if I do say so. And like they started at the start of this stream. I'm glad that everything's going okay. Right, Mr. Game & Watch, the main character, and then Marth. Let's get some variety with you. And Ike. I had a friend who played, not that one, it's Epic 40,000, which is where every unit represents 5 units. And it's all, like, really, really small models. So you can have hundreds of thousands of units on the table at the same time, because everything's, like, miniatures. And it's actually really cool to see, but also incredibly fiddly. Because I remember we did that, like, you know the last day of school, when you don't do anything? The last day of the year, he decided that his science class was just going to be playing Epic 40k. And I just sort of hung out and watched. It was a good class. Oh, well, then... oh, Wales, I do apologize. I also am glad that we're at the end. So let me tell you guys how happy I was in Melee when I unlocked Mr. Game & Watch over here. This guy is hilarious. He's also super busted and like the worst character in Melee. Because none of his stats or hitboxes make sense, but like, I like them. I like that all of his character moves are just LCD bleeps and bloops. I should show off that cool trick that he does when I come to an enemy that will allow me to do so. Empirical Woodland, I can fully believe that you and your friends played Risk. Here's a question for you, actually, on that topic. Do you know about Risk Legacy? Because a friend of mine pitched it to me a couple days ago, and I'm like, literally never heard of this. It sounds really, really interesting. You guys need to stop hitboxing me right at the edge of the map. I've lost 2 lives now. Look at that. Ridiculous. Well, I'm glad you know of it. I've never heard of it. I'm just aware of the pitch that my friend gave to me when we watched the WWE show Clash at the Castle. It was like the first time we have met up as a group, properly met up as a group, and just hung out and not panicked since COVID. And like, oh, yes. Oh. Maybe Master Hand wasn't the one pulling the strings at all. It was this guy. Some variety of a Cortana, I don't know. I know that Master Hand is a playable character in Melee if you hack it. Does that count? Like, most of the boss characters in that game are playable characters. You just have to hack it. See, I didn't know that it was, like, permanent. I thought it was just, like, throughout the course of the game you are currently playing. Yeah, that is a definite no for me. I'll just play the game normally. I guess the game's over, by the way. Everybody got turned back into statues at the end. This isn't literally how Sora was introduced to Smash. Oh, and I got the worst character in history. Alright, that's pretty strong. Just removing all of your characters? Yes. Well, let's find out what on earth is happening now. And it makes sense that Ness would be the character to wake up, because that's kinda how it goes in Earthbound. You get to the final boss in Earthbound, and your will to win is what gives Ness the power to do it. I like that. And Green Mario is here as well, I guess. Right. It might have been Luigi Slander. I don't know. And apparently I'm getting blown up. Just to make sure I don't do that again. No, 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 no. I was really worried that they just carried off Lucas and I didn't get to have him again or anymore. That'd be really sad. I will say, though, the idea that you just get most of your characters back immediately, that's a bit of a letdown, I guess. But, no, you're right. It's a hell of a way to hit the players. Like, nope, you've lost every one of your characters. Adventure's over, I guess. Well, I mean, going back to the board game discussion, I'm with you. I get attached to, not attached to, but like, I can't imagine a scenario where I would want to draw on a board game that I own, because it's a board game, it's mine, and it's meant to be this, it's meant to be that, and not... Ooh. Just like Lemmings would have done. Check that out. Is there another character down here? Let's find out. Yes, there is. Oh, the cool guy, Ike. Love him. And to be fair, the Darkrai, that does feel on brand for Earthbound, right? Let's go on an adventure. Oh no, now everyone is a flesh-eating zombie. Oh no, here's extra-dimensional horror that you cannot comprehend. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine! Well, actually, I mentioned at the start of the stream, this game has an achievement system much like Kirby Air Ride. And you can see where Sakurai has taken elements of his previous games and put them into Smash. Same deal with the Assault Course mode in Smash 4. That is straight up the city adventure from Air Ride. All of you guys can go now. I'm just saying. Alright, now it's the cool guy's turn, everybody. Watch him run it back, all that slanderous stuff I said about him just now. We're gonna do cool things. Yeah, check that out. Minesweeper. I know what I'm doing. I can shield dash with the best of them. Do you know what? I like how... So everybody knows, like, oh, Super Mario Bros. 2 wasn't Super Mario Bros. 2. I don't need to go into that whole story, right? I like that... I like that stuff from that game has become canon. Like the idea that Luigi has floaty jumps. I like that. And then they like went back into Super Mario World and they edited it to add that. Words, chat. I know what I'm doing. Pretty sure I just missed a character. Can I go back? No, I didn't miss a character. Alright, cool. Unless we have to beat this spawner. This is definitely the right thing to do when I have no lives left, by the way. Go start picking unnecessary fights. It's fine, let's go. And you know what? I can absolutely see that these floaty steps would give you Kingdom Hearts vibes. I can see it. I like that this isn't about, like, doing the right thing. He just wants to win. This controller is so busted and I hate it. I'm so annoyed I can't play with the GameCube controller right now. Do you know what? I do love King Dedede. Not just because penguins are the best animal, although they are, but because, like, he's just a big fan of smacking stuff with a giant mallet. And he's very... not a character who is troubled with the duality of meaning, shall we say. He's like, is it what I want to do right now? Then let's go. Alright. Shield through that. You filthy casual. Giant hammers are also something to be classified as a beloved item. I'm with you on that one. Alright, round 2. Let's do it again. Or not. Empirical Woodland, how tiny is a tiny hammer? Like a tack hammer? Because you're not going to do a great deal with them. Alright, let's save again. See, I don't know if that means I missed characters. Because... okay, well, evidently yes. Okay, so how do we feel about Kirby with his hammer attack? Like, what does this qualify in terms of relative sizes of characters with relative sizes of hammers? I know that there are there's different hammers in Ultimate, at the very least. I want to say that he can, like, Kirby can drag the hammer around with him and charge it up in Ultimate. I don't know. I don't really play Kirby in Ultimate. Someone has suggested I hydrate. That's a good idea. There you go. It's just regular old water today. I felt kind of bad. Like, I had cherry cola for yesterday's stream, and about halfway through yesterday's stream, I'm like, I really wish I'd just gone for plain old water. This is fine. This is better. I don't think they've ever, like, properly explained what's going on with Kirby in the, well, subspace thing that's going on when he eats stuff. I know that he attacked Rick Mayall in an advert once. These are coming from a spawner. I should go deal with that. Are you telling me that I got hit out of that? Because I didn't. Game. Much better. But yeah, there's a series of Nintendo adverts done by Rick Mayall. Like when Nintendo had a sense of humor about this sort of stuff. And one of them is Kirby. And he's like a cheery daytime TV interviewer talking to this weird white blob that eats everything. And Kirby demonstrates by just devouring him. Those adverts were weird. And good. I mean, I like them. Any of you guys got any food? Because I could go for some food. You got one of these creepy, kissy monsters. I hate those. Oh, nice. I'm glad you were able to get your filter thing sorted out. Like, this is going more into, like, outside of chat personal conversations. But no, you were having something going on with no filtered water, and now you have it. This is good. In Smash, the maximum tomatoes heal 50 damage. The hearts, like heart containers, yeah, 100. Thanks, JDB. And then there's fairy bottles, which heal 100 if your damage is over 100, and nothing if it is under. Yeah, in Kirby, they fill up your health to full. Not so in Smash. I thought I just thrown myself into a pit with that maneuver. That's fine. I needed the health heal anyway. I was like, quickly, can I think of a song about being at the edge? Yes! That would probably be One Step Closer by Linkin Park. There you go. I like that the guy would sooner run away than deal with Kirby having a hammer. That's some pretty good mechanics. I do think I know Edge. But he keeps surprising me, that man. That, or I was going to be... I was going to go for All Hail Shadow. Killing everything that's in your way. These are Sonic lyrics, right? Sakurai, no worries. Please enjoy your lurk. / going and getting stuff done. I think I know what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this stream, and that is getting to the level that I was thinking about. Because that's just a Torchic statue. That's not actually a playable version of Torchic. See, that goes back to what I was saying about characters I would want to see in Smash. Additional Pokemon would be great. I don't know who, but like it was pretty cool when Incineroar showed up. And the fact that he's just a massive heel wrestler. Yes, please. Okay, Empirical Woodland, if no one else, you're going to appreciate this one. I was playing Ultimate online once, and there was a custom tag team in the doubles online, and it was Incineroar and me in the suit with the briefcase, who was Paul Heyman. And like, do you know what? That's a really strong visual joke. Oh, he's an absolute heel. No face is gonna show up and do, like, Incineroar's mannerisms. Togepi is in the game as a support Pokemon. Although I believe it's only in Melee. So there's a lot of items that we haven't been finding because we're doing the story mode, not the combat mode. And one of the items you can get is Pokeballs. Just beat him up, Bowser, that's fine. Yeah, one of the items is Pokeballs. And a random Pokemon shows up, does their move, and leaves. And Togepi's thing is it does a random move from another Pokemon. So I think it's only in Melee for that reason. Okay, hear you out. What about Magikarp is also in the game. You slam down the Pokeball, and it just pops out and doesn't do anything. Now, if Magikarp was a battering weapon, I'd be down for that. Man, Wario was the first new character they announced for this game, and I was so happy it was Wario. Okay, wow, completion percentage just jumped up barely substantial amount. Um... There you go. That looks a lot more feasible in terms of having all the characters. Right? I'm going to say yes. Is Clefairy in Smash? I want to say it is also in Melee. Man, it's been a while since I played Melee. I should play Melee. I'm going to go back to the map, and I'm going to do this. I completely forget how this part of the game works. So don't expect this to get finished tonight, because by golly, when you see it. And you. Okay, so you see how we've got 70% of the game cleared? The final 30% is this one level. Save. Okay, cool, cool, cool. That's how that works. Incidentally, as well, you see this? Look at this map. We've got to fill out that map. So let's do a couple of levels. Maybe this is how I remember seeing that one channel fight Meta Ridley as Wario. Maybe they just did it in Boss Rush mode or Great Maze mode or whatever the hell. See, I think that if you had, like, Machamp would be a pretty cool Pokemon to include. Or something like that, because that's... Imagine the rivalry with Incineroar. Criddle, I am going to go with you on that one, that Clefairy is in Smash 64. I have probably played that one the least. Like, I think one time I have played it. Oh, oh, oh. That could not have gone better. Yeah, I think I played Smash 64 maybe once or twice, and because it was not the first one that I had played, I went, alright, this is a good starting point for the series, but we have Melee now. Melee has good stages in it. Like Poke Floats. If Zakurai is still lurking, I imagine the ears prick up. I'm like, excuse me, what? Andy, what are you talking about? I can't go over the top of that. Alright, well, let's go back the way we came. That is not a floor, Andy. That is a bottomless pit. So just launch yourself right into that. Everything is fine. So, like, here's the thing with Smash, at the very least. It tends to update itself for the most recent version of some of its IP. So, if I'm remembering rightly, Clefairy in Smash 64 was what Togepi did in Melee. It showed up and used a random move, then left. But because that made sense, because like Red and Blue was new around the time the N64 was out. But then we had, you know, Gold and Silver and the new series. And it's one of the reasons... I'm convinced it's one of the reasons why Roy isn't in this game, and we have Ike instead, who plays somewhat similar... Oh, it's this music! Get hype! Do you know how excited I was when I heard that the Great Gourmet Race got like a butt rock version in Smash? This is one of the best versions of this piece of music. It's in my playlist, and to this day, I listen to it often. So the point of the Great Maze, I completely forget, but I'm fairly sure we're gonna have to go around and defeat like the shadow clone versions of every character we've met. And until we do that, we can't go through the final door and find the final boss. I don't know why I'm fighting this guy. I don't even need to fight this guy. I just keep going. But yeah, they've done that with, like, oh, what is it? It used to be Vulpix, I want to say. And then they've replaced it with Torchic. Or Torchic, and they've replaced it with Litnut. Something. They've replaced a Pokemon that I really like with something from the new series that does the same trick. Because that's just how Smash goes. Aw, Link. Unlucky. I was also kind of happy when they announced Gerudo Valley was going to be showing up in this game. Yes, please. If I remember rightly as well, this guy... This is like the fast travel doors from... Oh, maybe it's not. Quit without saving, but let's do some of that. Let's get my characters back. Apparently there is a picture waiting of one of my friends trick-or-treating for the first time. I'm gonna wait until we are at the end of the stream, and I'm gonna go take a look at that. Is Eevee in the game? I want to say Eevee is in Smash 64 in, like, Cerulean City, the shopping mall one. Like, it randomly pops out of the lift. No, of course Eevee's in the game. It shows up, it does tackle. It's in, at the very least, it's in Ultimate. Like I say, it uses tackle. I mean, they are original ideas that you are having. It's just somebody at Nintendo is beating you to it. People are allowed to have the same idea. My favorite one of those is that there's a comic book character in England and America called Dennis the Menace. And they both debuted, like, I want to say the same week. Potentially the same day. But they're two very different characters. And if you speak to an English person about Dennis the Menace, they're not going to think of the same one that an American one is going to do. Same weekend. There you go. Close enough. Who is my pick for Pokemon? Snorlax shows up as a Pokeball character. Do you know who should be in the game? Gallade. Why isn't Gallade in the game? Gardevoir is in the game. I feel like Gallade is like pre-baked to go in there and fight alongside her. Or him. Gardevoir does not care, and neither should you. Porygon is in Pokefloats, it's one of the stages. What would Nosepass even do? Which one is Nosepass? Is that the one with the head, or the one that's a hat? That's wearing a hat? Oh, really? Pitfalls are in? I forgot that the Pitfall Seed was in this game. Ah. I'm going to say Ludicolo, just to give people nightmares of Pokemon Coliseum. I found my copy of Pokemon Coliseum, right? And I want to play it. And I'm going to play it, it's on the list. But like, I'm already dreading that one Mirror B fight where it's like, hello, I have 6 Ludicolos, and they're all tanks, and they all heal every turn. I sure hope you leveled. Oh wait, you can't. Like, I don't remember having a great deal of trouble with that game, except for that fight. And then when I did it, I want to say I threw my controller down and like gave it a bit of time before I played that game again. If we're talking about like Pokemon that are recognizable or popular in that, one of the things that stuck with me when I went to the Pokemon centers, plural, in Japan, is like, there's merchandise of like a whole bunch of characters that I would never have expected. I've got a little, launch myself off the edge, that's fine. I have a character that's on my desk. I might actually use it as a show and tell, but I've got a Prismeon, and like, really? Okay. Did Diddy Kong just blow himself up? That is amazing. Or you'll go around the Pokemon Center and it's like, oh hey, do you want a substitute doll toy? Because we've got those. I'm like, yes, actually. Can I fast travel? No, I can't. Well. Why is there oh, that's going to be the save point is what that is going to be. On the left-hand side there. I'm going to save. And I think I'm going to call it. And then the next stream is going to be me blundering through this maze and trying to work out just what on earth is going on, because I'm not super great at reading maps. Oh, there is a fast travel. Check it out. So if I use that, and then I do that, and I'm back where I needed to be. Can I I get to that glowy bit in 10 minutes? Let's find out. I want to know why that thing's glowing. Sadly, no. I continue to be not great at reading maps. That's still a pit. Check it out. I remembered, though. Like, that's the redemption arc. I remembered it was there. Did throw myself in a pit. In fairness, look at this. It's a fairly simplistic map. But, like, I don't know that I'd be able to read that immediately. It doesn't say, like, oh, here's the room name, or even the area or game that it's referencing. It's just like, nope, here is a room. So, I think that glowy mark on the map is literally just a save point. Because it's not letting me fast travel like the other ones. But actually, yeah, because if I take this door, then it walls off the area to the left, right? Yes, it does. So there's nothing over there. Okay, cool. Back we go. And then, yeah, that'll be it for today's stream. And then next time I will come back and finish up by doing... Look at the size of this. Seriously, it fills up the entire screen by the time you're done with it. This maze is huge. That's why the back third of the game is dedicated to Subspace. Will I be good at using the controls by then? Probably not. Seriously, if I didn't have to use this controller, I would not be. Anyway. There we go. Back to the map. And... quit. Okay, there you go. So this is how the achievement system works. So, because we had Captain Falcon join us in the game, we've unlocked this achievement. And we know that 50 enemies in Endless Brawl will get whatever that is. Shadow Moses stage 15 times will get whatever that is. And then clear something with 20 characters. Brawl on Pokemon Stadium 2 10 times, and so it goes on. I think this is a really clever way of doing it. Because I didn't know what any of these were when I started this stream. And now I have, like, 4 of them. And I have options to open the rest. Pretty clever. And then we've got to go through all the characters that we've just unlocked. Get hype! I don't think they necessarily expected you to be playing the game in like 3-hour chunks like they do. Like I am doing here anyway. Alright. Let's go to this screen right here. And relax. Who are we going to raid into today? I see... Fart Knock Life for Us is continuing to play Code Vein. Let's go say hello to them. Thank you all for arriving, and thank you all for your nice words, and keeping chat going. this is why I do this. Is that I really enjoy, like, hanging out with you guys and spending time with everyone. So, it's a good time. Chat, did you see that? There was one sneaky little nightmare that he was having right there. I saw that. Anyway, I'm gonna get this raid kicked off. What are we doing? There is my raid message. Please say hello to them when we arrive in FKL's channel. Come back on Monday for some more Eternal Darkness. And then the other stuff that we've done this week. Basically just copy and paste my timetable this week. Next week, because I'm just locked into earlies from now on. It's great. Sadistic Pillow, thank you. This is one of the few things I thought about when I thought about setting up my stream, is I really want to use this particular piece of goofy music when I do something in my stream. And so yeah, it's my ending goodnight music. And yes, Empirical Wardland has pointed out FKL uses they, them pronouns. Please be nice and respectful for that. We'll come back on Monday for horror games, and until then, goodbye.